Hi there, and welcome to the Color Cinema. My name is Aaron. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that jazzy stuff. And today we are looking at another top 10 recommendations list. And I wanted to get a little spooky, a little supernatural. So we're going to go with some of my favorite, like, supernatural ghost films. I broke this up because you're going to be wondering, hey, where's there's certain films that I expect to see. Where's Suspiria? Well, that's more of a witch film, so it wouldn't be listed in here. What would be listed in here, though, is a nice top 10 list of movies that will chill you, scare you, and hopefully you'll have a lot of fun with. And maybe, just maybe, you'll find a couple that'll make in rotation for your next 31 Days of Horror. Maybe this one, if you're struggling to get something kind of creepy to go in there. And let's start off with an old classic one. That is William Castle's 13 Ghosts. Now, this one is one that I had a lot of fun with. This is one that's out on its own, as well as back in the day was part of that Indicator box set. It is a great, fun little film. Now, it had a gimmick where basically there was a ghost viewer where you could, like, if you were scared, you could use the ghost viewer to only see some of the ghosts, or you could see, like, all of the 13 ghosts. It's fun. It's definitely on the cheesier side of things, but there's a lot of really coolness to this film. And gotta say, massive fan of the ending with this one here. Also, as somebody that's a big fan of special features, here's a little tip for you. This Indicator edition of 13 Ghosts as a feature-length documentary on director William Castle and all his fantastic films. Easy top 10, easy number 10. And the number 9 spot is, well, a film that also 13 Ghosts. See, the remake of 13 Ghosts is not bad. In fact, it's probably a lot more fun than it should be. I went back and forth on which one to use. There was Ghost Ship, House on Haunted Hill. But this one kind of stood out. The cast is really good. The practical effects in this one makes it stand kind of above the rest. And, you know, F. Murray Abraham, Matthew Lillard, Tony Shalhoub, Shannon Elizabeth, just really, really well done film. And if you've, maybe watched it years ago and kind of like said kind of meh because it was a 90s film type thing, it was 90s, 2000s era film, go back and give it another watch. It's actually a lot more fun than you may have initially realized. Trust me, I was one of those people. In 8th place, we have a classic 80s one. And this one took a while to get a following as well. And that has the great Pierce Brosnan and Leslie Ann Down in Nomads. If you have not seen this one, I definitely recommend that you check this one out. It was done by John McTiernan, and wow. It really did kind of blow my mind. We have, like, Mary Woronov in here. She's always a classic actress that you look for because she's just such a good character actress. This one kind of got under my skin and creeped me out a bit. I really do love the music in this as well. If you're a fan of this one, let me know, because I unfortunately do not hear about enough people talking great about this one right here. In 7th place is a really fun little one called Prison. It is a great little ghost story where basically Renny Harlin, so a guy that's kind of big on action films, is doing this one here. We get a great cast. The late Lane Smith is in here, Viggo Mortensen, Chelsea Field, Lincoln Kilpatrick, and music by Richard Band. So you get that kind of it's got that Empire Pictures thing, right? Got that whole full moon thing going on for it. I really, really adore this film. I love the ending. And you get to see Kane Hodder in a nun Jason role, or nun Hatcher role too. It's just a really interesting film. In 6th place, we're not picking witchery, we are picking Ghost House. It's one of the La Casa films, and in my, I guess my late teens, early 20s, when I kind of first discovered this film, because this came out in 88, it was a year before I graduated, but I think it was probably around like 89 or 90 before I actually saw the film. This really freaked me out. The ghost girl, the clown doll, the kind of the weird, when they're listening to the tape. If you haven't seen it, like, see it. It creeped the hell out of me. And you can see one of the things that like legit scared me. I thought about putting this on a different list, but this one right here with that ghost kid alone with that creepy doll, it had to go here. And in all honesty, it had to go in sixth place. In fifth place is one that I don't think you're gonna expect, but hopefully it's one that if you have never seen it, please do. It's a movie called The Legacy with Catherine Ross and Sam Elliott. I almost forgot his name for a second. Pre-mustache. No, he's got a mustache at this point. I think Sam Elliott does. Because I know he had that pre-mustache era too, remember? But this is a really, really good film. It's got a screenplay that was done by Jimmy Sangster, probably more famous for doing a lot of like British stuff, specifically the latter Hammer horror era of stuff. It's got a great cast. Roger Daltrey is in this as well from The Who, and the ending to this film is just, mwah, I love it. But it was one of those that I remember the first time I saw this, I didn't know where this was going to go. And I always like that, where I'm not quite sure where this is going to go. But as for like the supernatural, like kind of aspect of this, it is so, so well done. You know this is going to be in a good list because in fourth place, here's one that if you haven't seen it, if you haven't heard anything about it, please don't read anything, don't look up anything, don't watch a trailer, go directly to the film, do not pass go, maybe collect $200. That doesn't hurt, right? Because it is House from Criterion. This is not the Seamus Cunningham one. This is an absolutely insane film done in 1977. The only thing I will tell you about this film, it's a little bit of the background, is that when the director was making this film, basically what they said was, okay, here's some money, you know, Jaws was popular, kind of make us, you know, do like a horror, like a Jaws type thing. And he made House. Oh boy, you gotta watch this. This is truly one of the greats. If you have never seen it, like go in as blind as you possibly can, because it is a wonderful film, and I absolutely adore it. In third place is a more of a, not a recent watch, I actually watched this when I was younger, but a recent buy for me actually, as in January. And I think this is gonna be in rotation for me as watch, not like always like reviewing the channel. It's just something I watch to kind of get me in the mood for Halloween. And that is Ghost Watch. I absolutely adore this one. I think part of this might, like some people, they're gonna have a bit of nostalgia when it comes to this one here. Other people are gonna like really like that kind of the aspect. Because here's the thing, the whole caveat behind Ghost Watch is that this came on TV. And it was done like it was like one of those ghost hunter, one of those news report type things. And they used like some news people in it to kind of sell the concept of it being kind of like true. It's really well done. And it does have a couple of sequences that for me like worked really well for me and kind of freaked me out. So number 3 on my list, it beat out House. There you go. That's how much I like it. And if those of you that know House, you know, that's a high compliment. And second place is one of my all-time favorites. I remember seeing this in the theater, getting so freaked out when I watched it, and it is Ghost Story. You don't gonna do a list of ghost movies and you don't put Ghost Story on there, something is seriously wrong. This is an amazing film with a great combination of older classic actors and new actors as well. You get Fred Astaire, Melvin Douglas, Douglas Fairbanks Jr., John Houseman, Patricia Neal. You also get a very young Alice Krige. We get like Craig Wasson in this one here. See, when Peter Straub made the book Ghost Story, it was considered by many one of those books that maybe you can make a mini series or a TV show out of it. No in hell could you make a movie. Well, director John Irvin proved them wrong by making absolutely fantastic film. Ghost Story is a great one, and I rewatched this one quite a bit. It's in my top for a reason. But I don't think it's going to surprise anyone when you see my number 1 choice. I do think that for me personally, this is the best ghost story ever put on celluloid, and that is The Changeling. George C. Scott is just absolutely fantastic in this film. He has such a commanding presence anyway, but to have like something that kind of bewilders and frustrates and scares a guy like George C. Scott, it is amazing to see. There is an absolutely horrifying opening with George C. Scott and his family shot at Winter, and it's very as a Canadian, it's something that definitely stands as like oh yeah, I can see that happening. It's, what a horrible tragedy. And as we go and we start to find out, we sort of unravel like this. It's like an onion. We unravel the layers of this here. Why is this haunting happening? Is it malicious? Is it not? What's the mystery behind the story of the Changeling? It truly is one of the all-time greats. And there you go, 10 movies in total that I think are absolutely fantastic bangers for the month of Halloween. You've got 10 ghost stories here. Each one of these works definitely in their own specific way. But which one is your favorite? Or maybe you would have a different top 10 list, or maybe you'd even shuffle these around a bit. So with that being said, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time here in the Cult of Cinema, and happy Halloween. Stay spooky.